guys, today we're back with another chapter of once again the Number Devil, and today we're doing the 8th chapter, and the name of this chapter is The Eighth Night. Very convenient how this book is made, the chapters like that, very easy to remember. Okay, so let's go with the 8th night. So basically, Robert was in his class with his two best friends, Al, which was the one he played football with, and Betsy, which was just one of the crybabies. So then the door opened, but Mr. Brockle didn't come in, but the Number Devil did. So uh, so when the Number Devil came in, Al and Betsy was arguing because of his seats. Uh, so Betsy was sitting in Al's place. So the Number Devil wrote A, B, which is Al on the left and Betsy on the right. But then he changed it to BA, and Betsy just changed places. And then the door opened again, and Charlie went in late, like every time he did. So Robert wrote CBA, but Betsy was like, "Nah, I'm not going. I want to sit to the left." So she rewrote it like BCA, but Al was like, "Nah, I want to sit next to Betsy." So it was changed to BAC. Robert was like, "Oh, if this keeps happening, I can forget. I could really hate class. So Betsy is always the girl that always argues about things, and then just always just says like, just cries out if the things doesn't come her way. So here, so when the class settled again, this is how it looked: ABC. But that didn't last. Betsy didn't want to sit with Charlie. She said, "I don't want to sit with Charlie for another minute," Betsy said. And so it was changed to CAB. But then it was changed again to ACB. And yes, that was, hey, did you notice anything? That was all of the formations: CBA, BCA, BA, wait, ABC, ACB, BAC, BCA, CBA, CAB. Yeah, that was all the possibilities that could have happened. But then Doris went in, and the Doris was like, "Where's Mr. Brockle?" The devil said, I'm substituting for Mr. Brockle. He's taking a day off." Yeah, but this is basically just a dream. It's not in real life. It's just a dream about school. So then now there was Betsy: A for Al, B for Betsy, C for Charlie, D for Doris. So all of the things just happened. So these was all the classroom just change. First it was ABCD, ABDC, ACBD, ACDB, ADBC, BACD, BADC, BCAD, BCDA, BDAC, BDCA, lots more. There's like 24, I think. So Robert was like, "Oh, luckily there's a lot of kids absent today." But just that moment, a bunch of kids went in. Robert was like, "Please don't, I'll go crazy." So the devil was like, "Okay, that's it for today. You can go home." And Robert was like, "What about me?" The devil said, "Nah, you have to stay here." Of course, the devil makes Robert learn. So the devil started explaining that when there are two kids, there are only two possibilities. When there were three kids, there were six. When 24, I think. Yes, when 4, it was 24. So what is it? So let's try multiplying. When there was one kid, there was only one possibility. So it's one That's it. When there are 2 kids, it's 1 times 2 equals 2. When there is 3, it's 1 times 2 times 3 equals 6. 4 equals 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 1 times 2 times 3 times 4, which is 25, and you get it. So when there's a consecutive chain of times like that, you can write it at like 1 times 2 times 3 times 4, and yeah, you can write it as 4 exclamation mark, which means that. So let's say n exclamation mark is just 1 times 2 times 3 times dot 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 times until n. So yeah, that's pretty fun, because well, it could really go really fast. And so like, let's say if we want to go 11, let's just say 8 to 8 exclamation mark. I just can't count it out. I just don't know. Don't want to count it out here. So yeah, there are a lot. So let's the devil continued with another problem, the shaking hands problem. So let's say you and there are 2 people in the you have only 2 friends in the class, and they need to shake your hands. So when there's only Al and Betsy, they only need one time to shake hands. When there are 3, you need 3. When there are 4 kids, you need 6. Does that look familiar? 1, 3, 6. When there are 5 kids, you need 10. That looks very familiar, doesn't it? Yes, bingo! It's a triangle numbers. Yeah, it's 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, 34, a lot more. So Robert was like, oh, triangle numbers. But if there are 11 people if you need your 11 classmates, Robert has 11 classmates, you will need 55 handshakes. Yeah, you don't even need to, but there's a simpler way. You could draw circles and then connect them together. Let's say in the book example, which I'll show you, here, there's this. So you could just draw circles and then connect them together. Let's say here, you could connect 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, 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 and you just need to count the lines, and then you know the number of handshakes you need. That's a very simple way to do it. So the devil took another problem, the schoolyard. It was a bit messy, and just filled with cans and newspapers and sandwich wrappings. So let's say only 3 people could pick up brooms and sweep it, and they could clean it in let's say an hour. So Al, Betsy, and Charlie are 3, or Doris, Enrique, and Phyllis, which are 3 of Robert's other friends, and then out there. Which 3 doesn't matter. So you can combine it. Let's say the Doris, Enrique, and Phyllis aren't available, so you only have Al, Betsy, and Charlie. So there's only 3 people, so you could only so they can't take turns. So that's 1. But if Doris goes in, then it's there's 4 people, and to take turns, each of them, 3 of them do it. There's 2. It could change 2 times. No, there's 4, and then now if you get another person, that makes 5, and see, you get 5, and then you get 10. Yeah, the same numbers kept going. It's 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21 again. So, but it's not the same way you think of it. So like, remember the handshake problem. So that we use triangle numbers, but that won't help. This time you'll need another one. You'll need to add the first. You need to add 2 consecutive numbers together. So let's say 1 plus 3 equals 4. That 1 is the first one, first number of the sequence. 4 is the next number, so 1 plus 3 is 4. Next is 4 plus 6, which is the next triangle number, is 10. And then bingo, you get more, like 10 plus 10 is 20, 20 plus 15, 35, 35 plus 21, 56, and dot dot dot. And yeah, it just has a lot. Then the devil just asked Robert some questions, like about the broom problem, which Robert answered easily. Then the devil said, maybe I'll need a vacation. And then and then the devil just said goodbye to Robert. And that's the end of today's chapter 2. Please leave a like and subscribe. I want to thank you for watching. Bye.